about my first year of uni experience. This is going to be from literally applications to uni, to getting in, to like the whole shebang of my first year of university, that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I think that this is a great video for me to film, to sort of just like recap everything that happened this year and to talk about some of the lessons that I learned and share maybe with some of you guys that are either going into first year or just finished first year and also want to relate to somebody, you know, that went through the same experience as you. I'm going to start off by talking about something which for me was probably the scariest part about the whole university idea and like experience for me, which was actually applying and getting my applications back. I was so scared to apply for university. I literally probably applied within the last 5 days that you had to apply to uni. I did not know what I wanted to do. I did not know where I wanted to go. I didn't even know if university was for me. It was just a scary process and a scary time and something that I thought that I would never make it through, which I know sounds really cheesy, but like honestly I never really thought that like I would be here. I never thought that I would be at the end of first year, and for me to be here is honestly an accomplishment in itself because I feel really proud that I did it because it was really hard and we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, applying for me was just so scary. To anybody, I know that the applications process is already done for this year, but you know, if you're in grade 11 and watch my videos, I know a lot of younger people watch my videos. Just do it. Just apply. Even if you have no idea what you want to do, I know the applications day is so early in the year and you just feel like you're not ready, but just do it and you'll get somewhere and you'll find something that you want to do. It's better than not applying and then being like, oh my god, I didn't apply, what am I doing with my life? Even if your grades aren't great, which I will tell you, I was probably the worst high school student. Yes, I graduated on time. Yes, I only failed one course, but I was like the worst high school student. I feel like I did such a bad job in high school, and I made it to where I am, so that's really an accomplishment. Yeah, that was my experience with applying. Now, when I got my acceptance, I got it really late, and yes, I did get denied from a lot of schools. I ended up going to Ryerson, and that just was my best bet. Like, it was either this or college, and there's nothing wrong with college. I just want to do the 4 years and be done with it. So, you know, Ryerson was my best bet. I'm at Ryerson. I'm a Ryerson Ram, you know, if anybody's wondering. Orientations and stuff were in the summertime for me, and it was really scary to go to my first orientation. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea where to go. I knew nobody in my program. I knew nobody at my school, so it was really scary to go to all the orientations and stuff like that. But I do recommend you go to the orientations because you meet people, you learn a lot about your program, you kind of, you know, get a gist of the area and how to walk through places and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend going to the orientation. It was scary, but it was worth it. The first day of school was actually not scary for me. I knew where my classes were. I knew people in my program at that point because I had gone to the orientation. I had a breeze on the first day of school. It is very overwhelming to get a syllabus of literally what you're going to be doing each class and like feeling like, you know, you have so much to get done in a matter of like 3 months or however long the semester is, but it's okay. Everybody in that class is overwhelmed. Everybody's going through the same emotions that you're going through, and everybody in the class that you have is there to support you. So make sure you make friends. You'll be able to, you know, get notes from other people. You'll be able to, you know, if you miss a class, know what's going on, and if you're having trouble with assignments, you'll have people there. So everybody in the class is going through the same thing as you are, and knowing people is definitely better than straying away and being a lone wolf. One of the hardest parts for me was my course load. I was taking a whopping 8 courses a semester. Now, my program is really ridiculous. I'm in early childhood and I'm in a placement program, meaning I just have to do more courses than regular people because half of the year I'm at placement. So it was really tough to go from taking 4 courses in high school to taking 8 courses in university. You know, the expectations jump, and then when the course load jumps too, it's like scary and overwhelming. But if you can't handle it, there's nothing wrong with dropping courses. There's nothing wrong with seeking a little bit of extra help or, you know, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it. I was so scared to drop the first course that I ever dropped, but I needed to drop it because I was going to fail it. So, you know, it's better to just be safe than sorry when it comes to your work and stuff like that. I think a question that I had for a lot of university students when I was going into university is university actually harder than high school? And I personally think that high school is a lot harder than university because your teachers are on you in high school and they know who you are and they, like, you know, are just so grouchy. I don't know. I just had grouchy, evil high school teachers. And in university, the teachers are chill. If you need an extension, they understand. If you need, you know, a little bit of extra help, there's so many supports through your teachers or through other organizations. Your teachers don't really know who you are, and honestly, that's a blessing because if you miss a class, you're not holding it in your heart. It's just easier in that sense, but when it comes to work, I honestly think high school is harder. I had a lot more work due in high school than I did in university, and in university you actually know all of your due dates from the beginning of school. So, you know, you can sort of pace yourself that way. It's just easier organizationally in university, honestly. Personally, from my perspective, I am doing a lot better grade-wise in university than I was in high school. I'm doing a lot better, like a huge jump, not just like, you know, 60s to 70s. Like, I'm going from like being a 50s student to an 80s student in university. So when it comes to partying, unless you go to a party school, like let's say Western or Laurier and stuff like that, you know, if you're going there, go have your fun, do what you want. For my Ryerson students, I am a first year student who loves to party, and I did not go to a single party all of first year. Isn't that so sad? That's so sad. That's so embarrassing. But yeah, life just gets in the way, and unless you're constantly surrounded by a party environment, I doubt that you will want to go out and, you know, find parties and do all that stuff. It's just not a priority. And I think going into uni, I was very like, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna have fun, and then I came into uni and it was just too much. I didn't have the time and I didn't even want to, so there was that. One thing that I really struggled with was balancing, you know, school with the rest of my life, because I feel like in high school you're in school for those couple hours and then, like, you know, you have the same schedule every day, you get off, you have your weekends off, whatever. When you're in university, school takes up your entire life. I had some classes that went from 11:30 in the morning to 9:30 at night, and that was just like, you don't understand how much school takes up your life unless you are in university and school is taking up your life. I've heard it from so many people and I just never believed them, and now when I'm in university dealing with it, I'm like, oh my god. Life just gets so busy when you're in university and it's so hard to explain to other people. And honestly, if you're worried about your school, your high school relationships falling out, as long as you guys are close enough and you guys have good communication and understanding, you guys will make it through, you know, being apart for the 5-6 months that you're apart in university. But things start to go downhill when, you know, your friends that aren't in university don't understand your course load, and that's when, you know, bickering and fighting will happen. from personal experience. My blood is boiling right now speaking about it. But just make sure that your friend group has a solid understanding that school will take up your life. I'm so sorry. School will probably take up your life. This is coming from me. I take 8 courses, so, you know, this is coming from somebody who has probably the highest course load that you can take in university. But even if I did have 4 courses, I feel like school would still take up my life. Overall, my university experience has been great, to be honest. I've made so many amazing friends that I love so much, and we just what are words right now? We just share a special bond, you know, being in a crazy program. You meet people that, you know, you will have special bonds with because you guys have similar interests, you know. You don't go to university just to go to university. You go to specialize in something that you love. And it's just cool meeting people that, you know, have the same interests as you. Definitely just, you know, my tips, if you're going into university, stay focused on school, don't slack off, don't fall into the partying habits. I'm sure you've heard that all before. But yeah, honestly, if you keep on top of your work and you keep on top of your due dates, you can do anything. You can get that degree. You will probably be stressed out 90% of the time that you are in school, but the summers are longer than high school summers, and it will be worth it. So go get that education. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any experiences about your first year in uni or any questions that you have about first year uni, leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely get back to it. I love reading comments. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!